Welcome to another video. I'm John. I'm here to help you navigate the world of job seeking, career transitions, and ultimately building the life that you deserve. Today, I'm talking about university degrees, college degrees, and whether or not you need to have one. Now, this is perhaps one of the most frequently asked questions when I'm working with clients one-on-one, career coaching, or preparing CVs and resumes. A lot of candidates, a lot of clients I work with are often very concerned that they're not competitive because they do not have a university degree. And I always approach this, there's a couple of different ways to look at this. If a candidate is looking to enter a very regulated industry, then perhaps a degree is necessary. Working, for example, as an accountant, obviously anything medical. A degree is fairly necessary. A four-year college program, master's, and sometimes postgraduate work is necessary. But in many cases, a degree is not absolutely necessary, although you might often see it on a job description. So, and interestingly enough, there's been a lot of, there is a bit of a shift happening right now when it comes to four-year college programs. And the big recommendation I have, the big piece of advice I have, if you're applying for a position that is not regulated, that isn't ultimately dependent upon a degree, yet a degree is specified in the job ad, apply anyway. And I'll explain this. So there has been a number of changes and some real shifts in how people are looking at university degrees. There's a number of studies have been done recently, and I've got a few notes here. It's estimated that in the US, that 50% of high school graduates are actively pursuing non-degree opportunities instead of going to college directly, and shifting away from conventional learning approaches and exploring more alternative pathways. So taking certificate programs, 6-month diplomas, a lot of online learning. And obviously, as you possibly know, the online learning space is growing exponentially year on year. So, and interestingly, 64% of Generation Z that chose college said they would have considered a different pathway if they had known more about their options. There's a massive world of alternative learning opportunities today. Clearly, most of them are online. But I think the onus is on hiring managers and shifting or changing the requirements that they're specifying as necessary for job applicants. So the good news is that according to a recent report, that 53% of hiring managers said their company had recently eliminated the requirement for a bachelor's degree in some or all roles. This changes things drastically. The focus now is becoming more on skills and experience. I've interviewed thousands of applicants for jobs that didn't often, where success wasn't dependent upon having a degree. And, I've worked with, I've placed candidates in hundreds of positions. I've supervised and managed employees in different scenarios. And I will say that a degree is not a predictor of success in a job. Again, for those jobs where one would not ordinarily consider a degree as being necessary. It's not to suggest that a university degree is not something worth striving for. I myself, I spent 8 years at university. I taught undergraduates. University itself, if you embrace the entire experience, it can be life-changing, but it depends on what you put into it. I think above and beyond your academic program. So it's not to suggest that there's no value in a four-year college program or graduate school. It's more to suggest that If you do not have a degree and going through a 4-year program is not an option for you, that should not limit it shouldn't limit your opportunities, but it shouldn't limit the positions that you're considering applying for. More and more employers, I do believe, will jump on board that number of hiring managers who are shifting their focus. And this is great news for anybody that doesn't have a degree. I would focus on a resume. I would focus heavily on building up your experience aspect of your resume to wow the reader, so that they focus more on that as opposed to your educational attainment. If you don't have a degree, a lot of when I am working with candidates and with clients, and I do notice that there is something lacking perhaps in training or educational background, is to explore sites. And I'm not sponsored. I'm not specifically advocating for this one website, but this one that I know well is Udemy, udemy.com. There's courses on absolutely everything you can imagine, and I often steer people towards that if they're working with candidates in supply chain, project management, administrative management, customer service. I often steer them towards that platform in particular. One thing that's really interesting about it is that the programs and the courses developed are prepared by people that have worked extensively in the industry. So you are getting some very cutting edge knowledge and insight into those areas. So udemy.com is a fantastic resource if you're looking at building up perhaps the academic portion of your resume. So it's good to have the balance between experience and academics, but the academics do not have to be a university degree. So I implore you, if you are considering, and get this, because I've worked with so many people that didn't apply for jobs or were so reluctant to apply for a position because they were lacking a degree, I do urge you that if you do see a position that you are highly interested in, say, for example, project management, and they're asking for a degree in project management, but yet you have the actual experience, apply anyway. Look at taking some courses on a platform such as Udemy, so that you can add project management content to the academic section of your resume and apply. You have to be in it to win it. Not applying for sure, you're not going to get the job. So apply anyway. So at the end of the day, for the vast majority, I would say, of positions that, again, are not regulated, apply if you do not have a university degree, even if it's listed as a requirement in the job ad. So I hope you got some value from this. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm posting content on a very regular basis. I'm aiming for daily uploads. So again, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so that you can receive new episode notifications. And until next time, thank you for watching and good luck with the job search.